protesting.
Right.
Michigan.
Okay.
North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And now Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen in my entire life a protest where it's a bunch of people holding signs saying, "We want to work."
Yeah.
It's literally all it is.
I'm into this protest. Like, I am, I don't get pissed about stuff.
Right.
I don't get fired up about it.
Yeah, you don't really care about it.
I'm not what people call passionate. You
Right.
know what I mean? But this is really pissing me off.
Yeah, man. It's I've had enough. And look, we've worked every day, fucking double, triple the hours at this point. And I think for me, it was nice to see other people feel the same way of like, hey, we want to go to work.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of people bitching of like, oh, these fucking Trumpers, out there protesting that they want to work. That's the difference between a Republican protest and a Democratic party protest is, the other side just doesn't want to work.
Give us more.
Yeah, give us more free shit. Whereas we're like,
give us
hey,
more
man,
stuff.
I'd really like to work. Is that
really
cool?
Just want to get back to work. I really just want to
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Get my small business back on track,
That's it. That's it. And look, on the Republican side, you have guys like Mnuchin. Minoxuian saying today that's, $1,200 is enough to last Americans 10 weeks.
Who said that?
Mnuchin, the Secretary of Treasury for, Steve Mnuchin.
I'm not also what people call, educated. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the know.
$1,200 is not enough for Americans to live off of for 10 weeks.
According to Gwyneth Paltrow, I think it is.
It is, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. In that case, I would say to Mnuchin and Gwyneth Paltrow, great, let somebody rent your mansions for $1,200 for the month. That'll be suffice. Whatever's in your fridge and or freezer.
Sure.
Is fair game.
Sure.
And the Avion water you bathe in that you have, assistants pour in you while you're in the bathtub, leave all that.
Yeah.
And then just give it up for $1,200 a month. See how that works out. See how that works out. That was a crazy statement where it was just like,
that is crazy.
What are we doing?
I think I was wondering when protests would start, only because it's like, well, you can't. Protesting is gathering in groups, right?
Yes.
So how are they doing this? 6 feet apart?
No.
Oh, okay.
They're just flat out protesting. The one in Michigan was cars. So they just jammed the freeways and just said, fuck it, we're parking here.
Ooh, I love this.
Yeah. The only shitty part about it is like, ambulances and fire trucks and
ambulance
and then
couldn't
get
that
through. And it was just like,
have to go to work.
Man,
too?
do we have to fucking do this? Or can we just, and there's other people on Twitter who are saying, well, let them go back to work. And if they get the sickness and they die. Here's the thing, man. You're going to have mass suicides if people lose their businesses and all that other shit. We've already had a few here where it's just like, it's one or the other. What are you going to do? I feel bad both ways, but I think things will be up and at 'em. Yesterday we talked about Dr. Fauci. Was that yesterday?
Yeah, the Fauci. Yeah, we
Feels
talked
like
about
20 years ago, doesn't it?
Yep, the Fauci.
Fauci dog. We talked about Fauci saying sports can go back.
Right.
And today the PGA announced, the Professional Golfers Association announced June 9th. They're going to get things up and going. UFC has scheduled a fight for May 9th. Full stacked cards. So
we're getting there.
We're getting there. Now, the PGA said we're going to do this, and we're going to do it without fans, exactly like Fauci said.
Okay.
So, we saw Billy Bush last night take a COVID-19 test on the
yeah, it just
what's
looks
that?
like
Is
a
it
little
extra he's running now?
He's on extra, yeah. It looks like just a little pregnancy test, doesn't it? And the thing just kind of goes up to the
finger,
line.
Right, or no?
Yeah, but like the thing goes up to the line, you see if it's, I don't know.
I think it would be
plus or minus. I don't know.
I think it'd be sweet if a W just popped up for Wuhan if you had it.
Right.
Wuhan.
Right. That would be sweet.
A lot of conspiracy theories floating around today too, as well. Hannity posted one. Sean Hannity.
About what?
That, according to him, multiple sources have reported to him that the virus was created in a lab in Wuhan, not as some form of chemical warfare, But China's been taking a lot of heat for all their fucked up diseases that are coming out of that country. And people eating bats and mice and all that other shit. So what they were hoping to do, and again, this is according to Hannity, so I don't have the same sources he does. I don't know if this is true or not, but according to him, the virus got out of the lab, out of hand. But what China was doing was proving to the world that, hey, if something does come out of our country, we can correct these viruses here in-house rather than go out to other nations and blah, blah, blah. Kind of in a saving face, so to speak, for PR-wise, because all those fucking diseases are coming out of there. Well, it backfired if that's true. I don't know whether that's true one way or another. What I do know is this: 6 doctors are missing. Still in China. Who came out and reported this. And, it would make a lot of sense. Because the wet market thing, I've never bought that whole, just got it at a wet market. It was one person. That was it. Now, what they're saying, Hannity's saying, was that there was one patient they were testing on with the bat specifically. He walked out of the lab and then spread the disease himself. So he claims that there is one person. And they were in this hospital, and they were testing out these viruses and cures on this guy, and he walked out, and he was the one that gave it to everybody around the world. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. That guy would be mega famous, though, if he's still alive. You know?
Yeah.
Like, hey,
but he's Chinese.
Who are you, dude? Fucking coronavirus, bro.
Yeah.
I'm the dude.
I'm patient zero, dude.
I'm the guy. I'm patient zero, brother.
Yeah.
And it's like, you remember people one way or the other.
Yeah.
Hitler, again, John Wilkes Booth, and then this guy, whoever this is.
What an impact one person can have.
Weird, right? Know? It's almost like Pinterest came to life and said, what an impact one person can have.
Right.
Look at yourself in the mirror every day. You can have an impact on the world.
You can have an impact. Don't ever say that one person can't change the world.
Oof.
Because they can.
Yeah, they can.
They
can. And look.
And they're probably going to be Chinese.
Maybe. Maybe they are, for good or bad. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Besides sports not being back, though, the other thing that is soul-crushing to me is people's inspirational posts and, body pictures.
Body pictures?
Yeah, man. People are saying, this is my body, this is who I am during the quarantine, and this other shit. Everybody, I feel like that's a thing now on Instagram. There's a segment of people like these kind of fucking do-wellers, do-gooders. What will you call yourself? That when you want to be motivational, but you don't really do anything in life. We should have a name for those people.
Self-proclaimed motivational speaker, right?
I guess self-helpers.
Self-employed. What?
Self-helpers. Self-helping their Instagram
self-helpers. Gosh,
page.
I feel like we can get to this.
Ugh, it's terrible, man. And I'm reading.
Are you talking about the people that are, white, good-looking?
Yeah.
Well-to-do.
Oh, yeah.
Telling people to keep their head up, and everyone has insecurities, even me.
Yes, and it's mostly fitness people.
I love that.
Yeah, it's mostly fitness people where I'm just or some form of fitness where I'm like, man, look, one of them's a friend of mine where I'm just I look at him, I'm like, man, I don't even know what you do for a job.
It's almost like they're talking to themselves.
Yes.
Because I don't know who wants to hear that kind of stuff every day. I personally don't.
No.
For me to get through stuff, I kind of just want to talk it out with someone else, or go through it, or be pissed and just be able to be pissed or whatever. Yeah. Not once have I read the paragraph long.
Yeah. Huge paragraph on
paragraphs of people that are doing great and being positive, telling me that I need to do that too.
Yeah.
And that dark days are here, but they're not always going to be here.
Yeah.
And I just get up every day and I look at my fucking hot face and my hot body. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like it would be easy to be positive.
Yeah.
If that was your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you at home, you know who these people are. Like if you go through their stories, there's not actual pictures of themselves. It's just screenshots of inspirational quotes, as if I'm going to stop the story and read this fucking quote about the sun and how I'm going to let the light into my soul.
Sure.
And
just not helping.
No. I think it's helping
the one
them.
person that it does, like, I think that's why Lizzo has transcended is because she has so many strikes against her, right? Like, sorry, but like she's a bigger black lady. Yeah. Like, and for her to be like, dude, fuck you. I look good. I wake up every day and I fucking have an awesome attitude. Somehow that is like, okay. But if some hot ass, skinny, like pretty young blonde is telling me that, like, you know what? They just get up every day and like smile. Yeah. And I go, yeah, I would too. Yeah. Of course you do.
If I didn't have to work, it'd be great.
No, but like if you looked like that and like you had those clothes and that like white house, I don't know how everything in your house is white. Like it's just white. Do you know what I mean? Like white, and then like one cactus, and it just looks great, right? And she's like, I just get up and smile. And you have so much natural light in your house. Of course you do. Yeah. And you're skinny and you're beautiful, and you somehow make money doing like holding a coffee cup and like taking a picture in like a comfy big sweater. Yeah. So like I understand why you get up every day and feel good, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the kind of thing I want to see. I want to see, like, DJ Khaled, you know, or, like, Lizzo. Or just be like, dude, I'm fucking good. And you're like, okay.
DJ Khaled looks like he's a member of ISIS now. Did you see his pic?
But, like, if ISIS, if they did, like, a Sons of Anarchy ISIS, do you know what I mean? Like, if they did a Middle Eastern Sons of Anarchy. Yeah. Like Mayans, Sons of Anarchy, and then what would it be called? I don't know. But
I feel like he looks like a clerk I used to haggle with over $12 smokes in New York City, you know, where I was just like.
He said that he gets 3 haircuts a week.
Jesus Christ.
That's a normal life for him.
That's excessive.
It's excessive, but it's sort of, according to him, it's kind of just his thing, his addiction. He loves it. He has a personal barber. Uh-huh. Which he spelled wrong. But he has.
Oh, he spelled the word barber wrong. Did he go bar?
He went barbor. So
barbor.
Yeah.
Huh. You don't say.
Yeah. So
I don't think I've ever seen the word barber misspelled. But
gosh, you know what a really fun thing is to, now that celebrities are left to completely their own devices, grammar, spelling. I mean, they are just like little monkeys in their house, like. Like
no way to spell check.
Oh, there's no one around to like spell check, tell them to like, you know, proofread the post. Like I would need it.
Yeah. Barbor.
He said he's gonna get his
barbor.
He said he's gonna get his barbor a spacesuit. Because like that's how excessive his
hair cutting is.
Yeah. Yeah. So to go from 3 times a week with the beard, the hair, everything, to nothing for a month.
Huh? Maybe that's where that phrase "another one" came from. It was just another fucking haircut, you know? Yeah. Another one.
Right.
Dude, you had like 3 this week. Another one.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you need another haircut?
Why?
That's wild, dude. I didn't know that. 3 haircuts a week?
Yeah.
Whose hair grows that fast?
He does a like tight fade.
Okay.
So it is like nothing to like a little tiny bit of something.
Yikes.
Right? So like that gets long in like 2 days. Not long, but like it will grow a tiny bit in 3 days.
Yeah.
Gross. Okay.
Gross.
He also is very gray on the sides, as you can see now. Very gray. So it looks like he just kind of shaves out that gray.
Oh, gotcha. Look, anybody over 30.
Yeah. It's not like
is gray.
Weird, but it's really just right on the side.
Sure.
So he's just kind of getting rid of that.
Shaving it up, yeah.
Good for you.
Good for you, DJ.
Go!
DJ Khaled. Yeah, but I read this post this morning, and I was so angry about it that this is the first time I felt like commenting. And I held back.
Because it's someone you follow. It must be someone that you know.
It is.
Yeah.
And I was just like, my God. But today of all days, like as we, again, get out of bed for the 90th day in a row, that feels like Groundhog's Day.
Happy to do it, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Completely joyed. It's just with no content out, it's hard to mark the days of things that are going on where you're like, oh, what's today? Are we 3 days away from that Michael Jordan doc? Like that's what I'm marking my days by because I don't really know. You and I are just watching crazy ass movies that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
And I looked at this person and I was just like, I just wanted to write like, man, you were doing this before quarantine. That's what I really wanted to write. You were doing this before quarantine.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You have not changed.
Your life and or not job, whatever you do has not changed. And nothing will change after this except for you're not going to post about the quarantine anymore. It'll just be post-quarantine, but you'll be in the same place.
Yeah, and you'll be saying the same stuff.
In the same natural lights.
You're still going to have like hard days like we always have, guys. But you know what I do? Do you know what I mean? There's always the hard day. Like they always do this thing of like happy, positive. And then one day a week they have to do like, yep, hard day today, guys. But it's okay to have hard days.
Yeah. What was the hard day? For them that they were out of.
It's the hard that everybody has and that no one can help you get through. Do you know what I mean?
Soy milk.
Nothing but drugs.
At Starbucks
can help you get through days like that. Drugs, wine, I don't know, running, whatever it is. Like someone else talking to you on days like that, someone else talking to you about their day makes you want to fucking kill them and yourself. So like that's not those hard days. I personally, choose to keep them to myself and push them down deep inside.
I would love to see somebody just start posting the opposite. Like just one person and be like, today is worse than yesterday. I did more drugs today than I thought could ever go up my nostril. I felt my heart beating out of my chest. I didn't think I was going to be alive this morning.
It's Depression Gram. They do have this.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Depression Gram?
Yeah, I guess there's like, and there's people that like are more famous in that space than others, but
no shit.
Oh, they'll take pictures of pill bottles, pictures of just like
great.
hands out the tub with
just
the
a
gun.
Handgun with a cockback hammer saying, man, I almost ended it today. But then I remembered Pornhub Premium's free, so I headed on over there for a slow jerk. Like that would be the ultimate. I'd follow those people in a second. What'd be great at that is my co-host in Drinkin Bros, Dan.
Oh, he would be great at a Depression Gram.
Oh.
I'm not sure he isn't on there in some kind of fake Finsta way. Do you know what I mean?
So good. Of like, man, just a picture of a noose. You think it's for strangle baiting? Nope. I was gonna hang myself today, but I used it for strangle baiting later. And then just something horrifically awful where it was just like, my cousin's on Judge Judy next week. Can't wait to see what the verdict is and if she gets her fucking garden hose back.
Right.
You're just like, oh God, that's awful. And then you have to swipe it, and it's just a dirty hose. It's like a dirty hose on the ground, and it's like this hose has been my family for years.
Right, when the more you swipe, the worse it gets.
Yeah,
for sure. They find it to be therapeutic, and I get that. Like, I get it. Therapeutic to just like put it out there, put the worst picture of you. You're just like haven't showered in 10 days.
Yeah,
you're in a robe. You've got pill bottles all around you, and you put like a cool like filter on it.
Mm-hmm.
A darker type, maybe Polaroid thing.
Yes. Yeah.
That would make me feel a tiny bit better.
I do follow people that I think are going to kill themselves, though. Like Britney Spears, that's the only reason I follow her.
She had a fun one, too. Yesterday.
Yesterday she posted a thing about Timberlake. Did you see that one? About their breakup. I guess it was 20 years ago.
She was dancing to one of his songs, weirdly. Like a drunken girl that thinks she can dance well.
She's just off her meds.
Is she?
Yes.
I think if she was off her meds, she'd be a lot worse. I think there's some kind of imbalance in the meds.
So when she was on her meds, she wasn't on Instagram. Now she's on every day doing something totally fucking weird.
She's bipolar too, I think, which is like
I mean
really crazy.
She's got all of the things.
No, I know, but like I think if she wasn't on her meds, it would be a totally different story. Where now I think she's just kind of annoying. Right. And a little bit crazy, like a little bit kooky.
Yeah.
But if she was not on her meds, it would be like real bad.
Yeah,
real
the
bad.
only reason I follow her is I just want to see whatever the post is
the last
night
post
before
she dies,
exactly,
yeah.
where it was just like, hey everybody, I'm on the beach.
It's a weird.
I'm in Cancun. These are the same seashells I used to pick up as a child. And then she holds up one to her ear.
Yeah.
And then it's just, in her stories, she's playing Hit Me Baby One More Time. And it's like a slow push into like a vinyl version of that. And then it was just like, well, she's dead the next day. And it was like, oh, shit. I was following her on Instagram. And I knew she was going to die.
Yeah.
And then I could live my life and then flip over to the next person.
Right.
Pete Davidson. Like, I'll start following him after that.
Sure.
I kind of go in a list. Like, I don't want to follow all the people that are going to die.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to follow them one by one until they die. And then,
then
I can move on, Because
Mm-hmm.
there is people on my death list.
Yeah.
We all have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there anybody you follow that you're like, oh, shit, I follow this person because it's so weird that they're probably going to die or something fucked up's going to happen?
No, I don't.
Really?
No.
I follow a few people like that. Two of them I don't want to say because one of them I think is brilliant and I'm a big fan of his. But yeah, I wouldn't.
I do. I follow one.
Okay. Yeah.
I
told you about him?
No, it's a girl.
Oh.
She had a book with your.
Oh yeah. I know exactly.
Let's just say that. I think that'll be a.
Yeah, I can see her clacking off too. But I don't know her. Like she wasn't that famous. Like she's not.
No, but she's moved from street drugs to prescribed.
Great.
That was.
Yeah,
did you read her book or no?
Yeah, I read. I think the first half of it. You had it first.
Read a couple pages. Yeah.
So I read the first half of it.
Okay.
Here's the thing. It's more for chicks, I think, and I don't want to like.
Yes and no. I didn't love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not saying who it is, so who
Yeah.
cares?
No, I didn't love it. I thought it was very self-indulgent and spoiled little
Yeah, that's
rich
what I got out of it. Where it was like white girl
Who
rich
moved
problems
from-
where it was just like
who was talking about a drug problem and moved from drugs to other drugs.
So is she saying that in her Instagram of like, hey man, I'm doing some prescribed shit?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I think she said in the end of that book.
Good for her. Maybe I will give her a follow this afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
Because those people make my day happier.
Sure.
It's not the people who are posting positive shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people that are like very close to death where I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that's where I gather inspiration.
Yeah.
Like when I wake up and see Brittany doing cartwheels,
On the balcony, you just go, oh, she's just going to go right
correct.
over.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh man, is this where she went over? And it was just the guy.
She's going to go right over that balcony.
That makes me feel better where I'm like, oh, fuck. I can get up and tackle the day now. Britney Spears almost died.
Yeah.
I can get right out there.
Sure.
It's when I see somebody who's never had a job and they're just on Instagram posting positive shit where I'm like, God damn it, man. What world do you live in that you're that positive for your life?
They don't work.
I know. I understand that. But I think it should be mandatory because Facebook is doing this thing where they just passed this last night. I say pass as if there's some fucking laws there, which I guess there kind of is. But they're going to dispel any myths about the COVID-19. So if you lie about it on Facebook, they're going to take it down and then give you a reason why. Mm-hmm. And this happened to me on YouTube with a conspiracy theory. They were like, it was proven otherwise, and you talked about it in your show as if it was a real thing. And I was like, well, the show is called Conspiracy Theory. It's not, it's a theory. It's not a proven thing here. And I think with with Instagram, if you make these girls who post shit like that, make it mandatory for them to you have to swipe over to the next picture and see the old man that they're fucking who pays for all of this shit. I want to see that guy, and then I could be like, oh great, because that'll make me feel better about my life.
Show the other rooms in their house. So famously, like, there's this one fashion, like, I think she's like Asian, but she was like this fashion Instagram, like, whatever, like whatever she filmed, it was just like perfect, and she had 1 million followers, whatever. And then her landlord had to go into her house for something and took pictures, and it was just like the grossest hoarding fucking cat shit. Like,
really?
Yeah. So that's what I think would be interesting is like there is a white room, white marble, everything.
Yeah.
And then there's other rooms that people don't see, right?
Yeah. I like that.
For the inspirational Instagrammer, I guess we'll call them. I don't know. Self-proclaimed inspirational.
I like inspirational Instagrammer a lot. Yeah.
Self-proclaimed, though. There has to be something in there where, like, nobody gave you this title.
Yeah, they're
and
not
nobody
doctors.
asked for this.
Yeah, they're not doctors or therapists.
You're giving it to people.
Yeah. Yeah, I would kind of
Unsolicited.
love to see that. I would love to see that. But yeah, man, I follow the death ones. That makes me feel better about my life. And I'll scroll through it until I hit the end, where it's just like, hey, you've reached the end of Instagram today. I know I haven't. Obviously, I've just reached the end of your algorithm for me. But then I can wake up and start the day and be like, all right, cool, man. I've seen a couple miserable people that are super wealthy, and now I can go on with my day knowing that they might die, and that's great. It's the other people who I'm like, God damn it.
In that vein, Vulture did a ranking of how from like best to worst how celebrities are dealing.
Yeah.
So like from the people that are dealing with it the worst to the people that are.
Did they name names?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great.
No, but it's stuff that you remember, but it's like I know it hasn't been that long ago.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, oh, the Madonna thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So the first one, or the worst one they're saying is Jessie Smollett.
So Smollett.
Who is saying he just like, it's just a normal picture and it says, hope y'all are staying safe, spreading the love and kindness, not Rona. And he's currently in this like 400 lawsuit situation.
Yeah. With
and
the
he's
city
just
of Chicago.
like, they're calling it Corona washing, where like you just sort of use Corona to like make everybody forget about the thing.
That's great.
It's
Corona
such a good idea,
washing.
right?
It's awesome.
Because then you could be like, hey guys, it's me. You know, like I'm only talking about Corona, not about my 400 lawsuit, like crazy shit I did.
Forget about me paying two black dudes to wear MAGA hats and then put a noose around my neck.
But putting a tiny piece of yarn. But I mean, we don't need to go down that road. Vanessa Hudgens, right?
Oh, Baby V.
Famously was just like, so a couple people are going to die.
Yep.
Somewhat.
Is it weird that I found that one hilarious?
It was hilarious. I
me.
don't know exactly.
She never really talks on Instagram or whatever, and like she's kind of slyly funny for that. And you know, she was like, whatever, moving on.
Yeah, she was like, I think I'm super high, and you're like,
yeah, she goes, I think I'm super high, and my publicist is definitely not here, so I shouldn't do this.
I didn't mind that one either.
No, me neither.
Jamie King. I know you love a Jamie King.
You talking about the actress?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, James King.
James.
Yeah. Her real name is James.
I don't think that's true.
It is. Keep going.
No, now I'm gonna have to look it up.
No,
because you're just like, it's James.
Don't do that.
You know it's James.
I heard it was James. God.
Come on.
What'd she do?
Oh, anyways, she posted. Did you remember the Raya, the poem called "Thank You Coronavirus"?
Yeah.
So she posted that.
It's
very tone deaf, right? Where it's like, are we thinking? Okay.
Yep.
Madonna, obviously, we went over that in this show.
Again, so we're 2-2 here in this. If you're keeping score at home, spread eggs in a bathtub with roses. I'll forgive anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ross was loving it, and he also doesn't mind anything James King does.
No,
I need you to look that up. Jamie King.
What's that?
No.
Yeah, I'm
it's
right.
James.
Yes, I'm right. Correct. Told you.
What's the real one?
Yeah. Come on.
Anyways,
James.
Evangeline Lilly, which was another one, which is
King.
another one you were on her side. Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah, she ended up apologizing.
Yeah, just dropped my kids off at gymnastics camp.
Nah, it's 2 and 3 now. So I agree with I agree with 2. On 3, I'm against. Who else?
MIA.
She's fucking nuts anyways. What did she do?
For sure. So she used this moment to say, if I have to choose the vaccine or a chip, I'm going to choose death. So she's an anti-vaxxer. And she used this moment to really hammer that in.
What's a chip? Are we talking Tostitos or like implant chip?
Implant chip.
Really?
Yeah, because that was another
barcode inside of you.
That was another suggestion.
Oh boy.
They want to like keep No, but they were like wanting to keep track. I think They were saying
Very
it in China,
Gattaca.
right? Not here, but I think that's what they were. Oh, here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miley Cyrus does a weird ass fucking Instagram show. High quality, high production.
Was it
quality.
really?
It is. She's continuing to do it. She goes live 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Watch it, Miley.
Yeah. Same time we're on, Miles.
Watch it. We're gonna have to go a half an hour before yours now.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's pretty crazy and chaotic and all over the place and weird.
So is she.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Glenn Close. So now we're getting into the people that are handling it very well.
Okay. So that was the people who were handling it shitty, and these are the ones
That
who were
was
handling
like-
it well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the worst. I mean, they kind of go back and forth, but Gal Gadot is in here as far as like a little cringe,
For
right?
the Imagine song.
A little cringe, but not like, that's not the worst thing you can do, right?
Yeah. My pussy. Gal Gadot. That's what everybody remembers her as now.
What'd she say?
Do you want my pussy? Do you want my pussy?
When did she say that?
That's what everybody imagines Gal Gadot saying.
No, that was you.
No, it was the world
And
too.
you were making her Russian.
kind of just speaking.
Anyways,
for the world,
Glenn
though, on that
Close. And shh.
one.
Glenn Close. I'm just joking. Can you imagine? But seriously, so Glenn Close. Glenn Close just like puts pictures of her dog and says like, I'm just hanging out with my dog, getting something to eat. Love you all. You know, just random stuff like that. Sophie Turner.
What were they eating? A charcuterie?
No, not anything. She was just
Okay.
sitting with the
I was
dog
like-
saying, I'm about to go eat, like just saying hi. You know what I
It
mean?
would have been awesome if they were eating foie gras.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
just-
Feeding the dog, yeah. Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas are just like eating big bowls of pasta and wine.
Okay.
Now, Priyanka Chopra,
That is another Joe Bro's wife.
another Joe Bro wife.
That's the Bollywood actress. She was on that CBS show. She was Quantico.
Yeah, Quantico.
Quantico, yeah.
So the person from Vulture said, I will forever be haunted by the vision of Priyanka clapping alone on the balcony of her mansion, staring off into the do you remember this? Staring off into the distance, forcing her husband, Nick Jonas, to take a video of the entire thing. And it goes on for a really long time. And it's just her like thanking everybody, but it's like from their like amazing balcony. And there's like a huge, gorgeous view, right? And
course.
she's just slow.
And so that was on the negative list, I hope, right?
It's sort of on this, they're calling it chaotic neutral.
Okay.
Where it's like,
Yeah.
they just don't know what to do with themselves, you know what I
That's
mean?
pretty tone deaf, sure.
It's just,
Sure.
it's cringy. Whether it's like, it's not bad, it's not hurting anybody, but that's just like it's hard to watch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
to be so like, serious and
Yeah,
self-absorbed,
Of course,
right?
Of course.
We don't like, they need you to do that. They don't. Gal Gadot, obviously.
My pussy.
Gwyneth Paltrow going to the farmer's market and then also coming back from the farmer's market with her bags of fresh flowers and stuff during middle of the virus, right?
Peak pandemic, yeah.
So she had found some kind of farmer's market and went and got all of the fresh, beautiful things that she wanted.
Boy.
And suggested that people, you remember this, write a book, learn an instrument, a language, learn to code online.
Code.
Yeah, draw, paint. Like, fuck you, dude.
Learn to code on a computer. Sure, that's something you can just pick up tomorrow. GP.
A language?
Come
I'm
on,
trying to
man.
like teach my kids.
Yeah.
Drunk. It's really hard. And so Ariana Grande has been doing really well, actually. They don't want to call her the queen of the pandemic, but she's been doing good, like telling
Why is
everyone, because she oscillates from being kind of nice and cute about staying home to being like a bully about it in kind of a funny way. Like, your hip hop yoga class can fucking wait, I promise. Just chill out.
Yeah.
Like, Soul Cycle is still gonna fucking be there. They're $1 billion, you know what I mean? Stuff
Right.
like that. And then she's quietly donating money to her fans who have been laid off.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good way to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, they're saying are doing really well. I find them to be incredibly annoying during this time.
Hanks did SNL, the stay-at-home SNL gig on Saturday night.
It was fine.
And I saw Rita Wilson. The only thing I saw about her was she said she took that quinine. She was like, I had horrible side effects. And I was like, well, you're the only one.
Well, in quarantine, she was singing. What rap song did she sing? That then they ended up doing a mix, like a remix with her.
Yeah. Yep. There's nothing better in this world than when older white women rap. That's what I say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mostly for the I agree with this list.
Yeah. And then there's people like Laura Dern and like, you know, reading to kids, and it just kind of goes through people doing good stuff. Lizzo playing on her Instagram, just like full on concerts from home, flute, stuff like this.
Yeah, she's rad.
So yeah, from here it just kind of goes good.
Dave Matthews is a big winner to me.
Oh yeah,
he's just pulling out the
Weird
Aku.
that
He's just pulling out the Aku and just playing shit from his living room.
Yeah,
and flawless, you know. Oprah's a little late to this game. She's doing a series with Apple.
Yeah,
about the COVID-19 thing, and it's like,
and its effect.
Hey man, you're a little late to the game on that one. You know.
Yeah,
it's coming out now, and we saw a clip last night with Jennifer Hudson singing in it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like I can add Oprah to that list. You know?
Think of dealing with it.
It's Oprah. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to hear from Oprah doing shit like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
During other things, I want to hear from Oprah. I just don't want to hear from Oprah during shit like this.
I guess I just don't want to hear. I'm to the point where I don't want to hear just like very
breathy.
Just breathy, and can you believe? And then now people on my Instagram are starting to be like, I hope things don't go back to normal, and writing all of these like good things about this moment. And I just don't fucking like that shit. I don't. There's so many fucking bad things happening from this. Like I'm not positive about it at all.
Me neither.
And I think that's okay. Like, thank God I don't have to deal with half the stuff that everybody else has to deal with.
No shit.
But I have no words that can help you. Like none.
Zero. And if you're watching right now live on YouTube, it's nothing but pure misery. Like, I'm not going to tell you life is going to be okay.
Yeah, and I think
I don't know what you're going through.
I don't know what you're
going through.
It might not be. Some of you guys are totally fine. Some of you guys are like in the worst position you've ever been in. Some of you are like losing.
Most of my friends are out of work.
Everything.
Almost all of my friends are out of work. So,
and if you can get through it, and we can all kind of like, from the landlord that doesn't make you pay rent to but then that landlord needs to pay whatever. You know what I mean?
Of course,
so,
Michael Che did a good thing yesterday, by the way, from SNL, who I don't.
Oh yes.
I don't like. But
I love that.
His grandmother passed away from the coronavirus, and he paid the rent for everybody in her entire apartment building for the month.
Sweet.
And that's awesome.
Do you make that much from SNL?
If you're a head writer like that, you do. But
Damn.
you've got to be on there for a few years. Like, it keeps bumping up, and after season 5 is when you start making real cash on there. But so he's got it like that, because I think it's him and Jost who are the head writers of that show, and I believe they have a producer credit as well. So
okay,
he's got it like that.
Then yeah, good, awesome.
But good for him. It's New York, so I mean, shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like you're paying rent in Little Rock, Arkansas. That'd be quite a difference, you know. So good for him, man. That was a cool story to see. But we got some sponsors, James, who pay for this fucking show to be on the air magically. First and foremost, talking about ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Would you tell the people what they did for us yesterday?
Oh my gosh, Rich from Ghostbed sent my family
Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
Sandwiches, sauces, fries.
The whole thing.
In a surprise that my nanny was like, did you send Chick-fil-A? And I was like, no, but you take it.
You take it, dude. You take it.
You just take it, dude.
Your dumb co-host didn't take the fucking food.
It wasn't her. I think it was her husband.
Oh, boy. He's got to get his shit together.
Yeah, if pizza comes to your door, bro, grab it.
In what world do you not take that?
Because you're worried. Because even my nanny was like, I was worried that it was someone else's food that they went to the wrong place, and I didn't want to like take someone else's shit. Do you know what I mean?
We are the world time. So yeah, you take the food no matter what. We are the children.
Like I get why.
She should have put our baby in a papoose and answered the door.
They should have put Rich, put a little note in there.
Either way, Rich Bernstein.
Dude, I got it.
Class
And it was
act.
fucking, when I got home,
Bomb,
I was like,
dude.
fuck yes, it was the best.
I had a meal prep in the fridge. And
thank you.
I walked in, there was a chicken Sammy laying on the counter, and I was like, fuck
Chicken
you, dude.
Sammy.
Stuff that in my gullet and enjoyed my night. Thanks, Rich. Look, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros does everything for everyone all the time. I feel like 25% off is a lot. I would have to imagine that's cutting into their fucking margins. They've done this throughout the entire apocalypse.
They really have.
So,
and it's worth noting that they have upped their first responder and military discount up to 25%. So if there's people that don't listen to the show and they just go to the site, they get that, which is awesome.
Which is awesome.
So
I feel like they're always trying to help. And look, it's the best mattress I've ever had in my life, and pillows. So I have no problem pumping it out every day because it's great. And we're lucky to have those guys. As always, the 36-month pay-as-you-go program, no interest, is on there. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today and get on it. Next up, we got expressvpn.com/revolution.
In these times,
I'm going to say the promo one more time because I fucking owe these guys. expressvpn.com/revolution. Dude, I've been attempted to have been hacked 4 times. 4 times. The one I got this morning was creepy.
What?
It was an old password in the subject line of an email. Like from some guy who was just like, hey, we should talk about your money. I have your password. And it was like, I know that password. I also know that password's from like 1998. So I'm fine with it. But like ExpressVPN has caught 3 or 4 hacking type stitches and nothing has happened to my shit. So I'm super grateful for them. It's a seamless app that runs in the background of your iPhones, computers, iPads, everything. Or if you want to look at it another way, if you're still at work right now and you got firewall because your bosses won't let you do shit. A lot of first responders have some sites they can't access. Now they can. I'm talking about Pornhub on your lunch break. You can also get Canadian Netflix, which is amazing. Different docs on there.
Or any kind, yeah,
around the world. Go to expressvpn.com/revolution today. It's $7 a month to protect your shit, and it just runs in the background of your computer. You don't know it's there, and it's one of those things, man. You just got to have it and move on with your life. So.
I definitely need to have it just because I'm very willy-nilly.
Loose, yeah.
I play fast and loose with like giving out phone numbers, emails, whatever. Like the phone's listening to me, fine. Like I do it, and I need ExpressVPN to.
Yep. Go to
continue this lifestyle.
expressvpn.com/revolution. Next up, we got strikeforceenergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shabloinkers. We got
All
Brooke
blunks.
in the on the boards.
Bayou Brooke?
Bayou Brooke. Strike Force Brooke.
Baton Rouge Brooke is in here.
She's
in this
in here.
Mogwai.
She's up in here.
Yeah.
It's her daughter's birthday. She's saying we need to like come over for a glass later.
I will. Our children are actually going to be at Gwammy Gwambies tonight.
Which is perfect because
we'll come over.
You know, then we could just social distance.
I'll put it this way, bro.
And we don't need to worry about the kids.
Yeah, because again, we're live on YouTube, so we can read the comments and everything as they're coming in. I'll put it this way, Brooke. I was over to the coronavirus before it even got here. So if you want us to come over and be with your children or whatever, we're in. I don't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll bring over some Strike Force for you. We know you love it. Strike Force Energy is best in the biz, kids. No carbs, no sugars, lasts longer than 5-hour energy. It's how Daddy gets up every day. I look at depressing Instagrams of people who are going to kill themselves. I take 2 lines of Strike Force, and I'm up and at 'em, James.
Oh, yes.
Up and at 'em.
Oh, yes.
Look, it comes in these fancy boxes. Same ones you get at 7-Eleven. Boom. Right to your house. 10-pack, 40-pack, 750-milliliter bottle. Go to strikeforceenergy.com. Promo code REVOLUTION. 20% off. And they ship everywhere in the entire world. It's cheap as shit anyways. Take 20% off. It's great. And they have a subscription of the month. Last but not least, straightrazors.com, Jabes.
Ooh, Ooh, that's a clean cut. Smooth. Oh, you like it?
Oh, no.
Oh, it was the last part on that one, huh?
Oh.
It was the last part, I think, on that one that really is going to ruin things.
My gosh,
It's
man.
really going to ruin things.
It is. Clean yourself up at straightrazors.com. Stores are sold out of razors and shit. Still toilet paper, too, as well. So go to straightrazors.com. Use the promo code REVOLUTION for 20% off everything in there. What was that noise, Jamie?
Those are my earbuds that she just broke.
Oh, great. Yeah, it sounded like a cat being raped by another cat and then a man on top of that cat raping that cat. Whew. I don't know if the audience could hear that at home, but my gosh. Look, I've bitched about this a lot, about how every day is now a day. It's just a day now of hot dog day, fucking boy fingers day. Are you born with little boy fingers and you're a girl?
It was National Banana Day yesterday.
Oh, was it really? I stuffed 2 up my ass and had no idea. Now I feel better about my life. Today is National Horny Day, and that's real. It's a real thing.
What?
Yep.
I thought it was wear your pajamas to work day.
No, apparently that was on the Today Show. The National Horny Day is trending, and they're saying today is the day where you can send nudes to other people without any repercussions and or hit on the person you've always wanted to hit on. So if that's a thing out there and people are actually celebrating this and you want to blast out nudes to that person who doesn't know yet, fire away, because I guess it's a thing now.
Yeah.
National Horny Day. A little unoriginal, but it's definitely a thing, you know?
It's a little scary. We just got rid of
Blast somebody with a tit pic.
Did the Me Too movement get coronavirus?
It did.
So I guess we're just corona washing it, if you will. We're just whatever. Weinstein's in jail. It's coronavirus. Now we're going to send unsolicited nudes and hit on people that you've always wanted to hit on.
Yeah.
We definitely stopped that a year ago.
I think the one positive thing that's going to come out of coronavirus is there's going to be a sexual revolution. I've talked to more and more friends who were Barnes Courtney was on the show yesterday on Drinkin Bros. One of the fucking very best musicians, and he's hilarious. His last album was a fucking banger, dude.
He's such a talented musician, and he's so cool looking that you wouldn't.
Looks like a young Mick Jagger.
But you wouldn't think that he would be willing to be so silly goose and hilarious.
Really funny guy, and does not give a
awesome.
shit. He put his parents on camera yesterday.
Oh, I love it.
He's staying in his parents' house in England, and
He's
that's
a
where he's
younger
calling
gentleman, isn't he?
I think he's 28 or 29, somewhere in there. Either way, I was asking him. I was like, dude, did you shack up, quarantine with somebody? Or what did you do? And he was like, no, I'm by myself. And I was like, how is that? And he was like, I can't wait to get out of here because I have not had sex with a person in a long time.
Right.
And I'm used to being a rock star, goddammit. This is not going to fly much longer for me. I miss being on tour.
Right.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, you're right, man. I bet you when this whole shit ends, Tinder, all that shit's going to be exploding because it's can't do anything, Right. And some people are trapped at their parents' house. So it's not, when he put his dad and his 2 brothers on yesterday on the feed on Drinkin Bros. I was like, oh yeah,
ask him,
you can't have a Tinder date over and
no,
fuck her in the basement of your parents' house. That's not a thing.
No. Didn't he ask didn't you say do your parents know about you raising Jude Law's baby?
Yeah.
Didn't he ask him on air
he
hey,
did.
do you guys know about this? And they didn't.
He has a brother named Jude. And I was and Dan goes, hey, did you guys name him after Jude Law because you raised his baby for a year?
Okay.
And his dad didn't know that and was amazingly non-shocked by it. He was just
you have to have parents like that if you're going to be
Barnes
Courtney, right?
Yeah.
You can't have any parents that are going to be like, what?
I told him after the show, I was like, look, we will forever remind you that you raised Jude Law's baby.
Oh, it's
for an entire year as your own child, and Jude Law would come home to, once every 2 months. But he would use the shower, he would shave there, it wasn't just seeing the kid. He would full on like it was his house.
Oh yeah. It was awesome. It was such an awesome, weird story.
And I think because I've seen the new Pope and you've seen Jude Law just take off all of his shit
right
with that much confidence, I just imagine him walking into that house like that, and it's just like total disregard for anybody else who's there.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know it. I mean,
I'm Jude Law. I'm just gonna go up and take a shower. You good with that?
Yeah.
Should make me some fucking stew where I'm in the shower. Okay?
Right.
Fresh carrots. I want them crisp. I don't want them soggy. You know, like one of those guys. But
no one wants a mushy carrot, right?
No one wants a mushy carrot.
True.
You think Jude Law's got a hammer? Was that you who was talking about Jude Law's dick? Did you guys do a show about that?
I think he was on the list. I forget if he was on the list of smaller ones though.
So I was writing. I've been writing the new St. James book, and there's a Babe Ruth appearance in there.
Okay.
And one of the things that I Googled, and partially because this popped up last night.
Yeah.
This chick on Jeopardy said, "Who broke the color barrier in baseball?"
Yeah.
And then she just screamed out, "Babe Ruth."
Small. He's on the small penis.
Oh, he's on the small penis list. All right. Well, Babe Ruth is on the gigantic penis list.
And he was a large guy.
He was a large man, and I was like,
Yeah.
usually a large man has a smaller penis. Like a fat man's got a small penis. But there is actually video of Babe Ruth, and it's somebody's turned it into a GIF where he swings the bat. And on the follow through, his dick was so big it moved with the bat, like the motion of the bat for the home run. And I was just like, oh boy, no lie, I rewatched it like 32 times, and I was like, Jesus Christ, the Babe had a hammer on him. I was unaware of that.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where after like the 30th time I watched it, I was like, oh man, this is something like if you saw me, like if you woke up in the middle of the night and saw the screen, brightly illuminating the room, and it was just me staring at a 3-second GIF of Babe Ruth's huge cock swinging a baseball bat over and over again. I don't know what you would have said last night.
Right.
What are you doing with your life? Are you straight?
I probably would have just said, "Can you not?" Right? Hasn't that been my kind of go-to?
Can you not?
Can you not?
Yeah. But anyways.
Whatever it is, like just can you not do
found
it?
myself staring at a GIF of Babe Ruth's cock 32 times in a row last night. And I was just like,
Interessant.
whoa. Just doing some research on him, some background research. And yeah, man. Really surprised by that hammer on Babe.
I'm not. He was a bigger guy. Like he was a monster guy, right?
I don't know. It's so hard to tell back then because, big people just didn't really exist. So if you were big, you just looked like a giant, because everybody else was kind of tiny, and it was like, was he big? Was he not? I don't know. I don't really know. I'll get the stats on Babe Ruth. Do you have a crime corner today?
I do.
Ooh.
The crime being that Brad Pitt is on this list.
No. Of small penises?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that.
Eminem,
Well,
Nick Lachey,
Eminem
Ashton
doesn't really shock me.
Kutcher. Okay. Babe was 6'2".
Yeah. I just got another fucking thing, dude.
What thing?
Holy shit. I'm going to read this out loud, okay? I do know. Somebody's... The password thing, yeah. Do you know this? Is this a thing that's going around?
No, but I'll reverse hack it.
Okay.
I'll look at it in a little bit.
What?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to trace the IP.
What's happening? What are you reading right now?
So
what are you looking at?
I'll read it aloud. So I because it flashed of like, hey, you've got mail, obviously, right? And I just said it on the show. And now the show is live. We're live. And it says, I do know that is your password. I need your full attention for the coming 24 hours, or I will make sure that you live out shame for the rest of your lifespan. Do you know this one, Jamie, or is this just personally for me?
That's personally for you.
Oh, it is, really? Hello. You don't know me personally. However, I know everything concerning you. Your personal Facebook contact list, phone contacts, plus all the digital activity in your computer for the past 141 days. Very specific. Consisting of you, your masturbation video footage, which brings me to the primary motive of why I'm writing this mail to you. So here's the deal with that. And this is why I know this isn't true. Never shot myself masturbating.
But
Not once.
Do you have this little thing covered up?
Yeah, I've always had it. So there's no camera on here. Never had that either. You know what I'm saying?
Phone?
And I don't shoot myself masturbating. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last time you went on the porn websites, my spyware ended up being activated inside your personal computer, which ended up recording beautiful footage of yourself pleasure play simply by triggering your webcam. And then it says, in parentheses, you got a seriously odd preference, by the way. Lol. Here's the thing. I don't have a webcam.
Right.
So I have the full recording. If you think I'm fooling around, simply reply proof, and I will be forwarding recording, to randomly to 3 people. It may be your friends, it may be your coworkers, boss, parents. I'm not sure. My spyware will randomly choose the contacts. Big fan of that.
Cool.
I don't have a boss.
What are they asking?
I hope they send it to me.
What are they asking for?
Would you be, hang on, this gets better. Would you be capable to gaze into anyone's eyes after it? I question that. But it does not need to be that path. I want to make you a one-time only, non-negotiable offer. Buy $2,000 in Bitcoin and send them to the below address. Case sensitive, and they want me to copy and paste it. If you don't know how, look up how to purchase Bitcoin. What I know of Bitcoin, Jamie, isn't it like $4,000 for one coin?
It depends on the market. I'll check what it
Depends on the market, right? So what is that, half a Bitcoin? That's all you really... I would expect the demand to be higher than that. If you will send out this...
$7,000 right now for one Bitcoin.
$7,000. So $2,000 of that is like it's 28% of a Bitcoin. If you send out this particular donation, can we call it that, it says? After that, I will go away for good and under no circumstances make contact with you again. I will delete everything I have about you. You may continue living your regular day-to-day life with no concerns. You have 1 day to do so. Your time starts off as quickly as you read through this email. I have got a unique program code that will inform me once you see this email, so don't attempt to play smart. And again, this is why you should have expressvpn.com/revolution.
Because
This pops up. Like, nobody has your shit. First of all, this isn't a password.
right.
Second of all, I've never shot myself masturbating. Never that vain, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Never took to the skies and just said, hey, you know what's really important to me?
Yeah.
Shooting myself in a sweet jerk sesh. Never done that. And then also, my porn history really isn't weird. You know? Now, if they went to yours, Jabes.
Then we'd be in an issue. But I'm
scat porn.
I'm pretty honest about it, so I would be like, well, yeah, everybody knows that anyways. I tell that to however many listeners we have anyways.
Yeah. So there you have it. But if anybody else gets this, know that I've gotten it. Yeah, man, that's awesome. That kind of makes my day.
Yeah.
However, I will say this to other people out there who get that, it'd probably freak them out till you get to the Bitcoin thing.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I want 27% of a Bitcoin. That's all I want, and then I'll go away forever. Huh? That's all you want? You want 27% of a Bitcoin?
Oh, you know what? It's rough out there for everyone.
It is. Again, you got to...
Even weird-ass Nigerian fucking...
Strange.
hacker dudes, you know? It's
I appreciate the effort, though.
It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate the effort, for sure.
He needs $2,000. It's like...
This was a password I used in like 1998, though, so, you know.
He knows that that's your password, though, so...
No. The passwords these days, too, are like... Remember the passwords from 1998? It was like 4 letters.
Love, Mom, and you're like...
Yep. Now
good.
it's like, hey, man, we need 4 caps. We're going to need some form of exclamation mark, $, ampersand, and then also 19 numerals. And then that's your password, so...
Right.
Yeah. This one, no. Sorry, it's not Love Mom.
I do have a quick crime corner.
Yeah, let's get to it. Let me announce it for you, James. Crime Corner. Crime Corner.
Crime corner. Police on a manhunt for fat naked man with small penis.
Mm-hmm.
APB. Bolo. Be on the lookout.
Ah.
There's a bolo. Detectives have launched an investigation after a fat, naked man with a small penis performed a sex act in front of a student. I have friends that have stories like this.
Really?
A lot of girls do. I never have. I was not very attractive back in the day, but my friends all have these stories of like walking out of a store and a guy's just like jerking off in the car or whatever.
Really?
You know what I mean? Or just like lifts up the newspaper and they've got, they're jacking off.
Yeah.
It's like this thing.
Sure.
That everyone kind of has a story of that. It sounds awful. I don't want it to happen, but it just never has to me.
Right.
So officers received a call from a distressed female who said a man with testicles that hang noticeably low.
How noticeably?
That's all she remembered in her state of like calling the cops.
Panic? Yeah, of course.
So it must have been bad. If you're like, I don't know, just balls were really, really low.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Has performed a sex act on himself in front of her on Sunday afternoon in York. So they're attempting to locate a man who believed to be aged 35 to 45, described as having a fat build. Gosh. If this doesn't make you turn your life around, sir.
Yeah.
A female
maybe wanted to get
described
caught.
her attacker as having very pale complexion. I mean, it just keeps getting better, right? Where
fat, pale.
Fat,
white.
pale, long balls.
Long balls. It's the long balls that'll get you,
But
kids.
you have to give the police like every little detail that you remember, so that they can find him.
Long balls.
Old, fat, long ball.
Yeah.
Pale, long ball. Small penis. Long ball, small penis.
Oof.
If you can imagine.
Terrible combo. Terrible combo to be born with,
The incident occurred at 1:15 p.m. on Sunday, which is like, calm down, dude.
Yikes. That's the Lord's Day.
Eesh, that's just like a lazy Sunday. You are really at work.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? The 20-year-old woman was walking alone and on a cycle path, and she saw this guy who performed a sex act on himself and remained in the same location for 5 minutes.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, to just like be in that shame.
Did he finish? Well, maybe he was trying to finish.
I don't know how you could. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe that's his thing.
Well, that's his thing, I know.
Yeah.
But I just don't know the 5 minutes. Like you'd think like once she saw you, once you left, or once she saw you and she left, you would then kind of be like, and run away. But staying there, continuing to perform the sex act for 5 minutes. That's huge. But it may have something to do with the long balls.
Maybe.
The long balls and the small penis.
Maybe he's having a hard time out there,
The paleness, the fatness.
Just trying to get off.
So...
Victimless crime, or
it's
is
hard
there,
out
is
here
there a
in
victim?
these streets at 1 p.m. on a Sunday.
1:15 too, yeah. Yikes.
I don't want to do anything on Sunday.
No, I bet he went to Jersey Mike's afterwards, got a sub, like a nice party sub for himself.
Do they have Jersey Mike's in North Yorkshire?
Maybe.
Gosh, I didn't know that they did.
Maybe.
Has Jersey Mike's get that far? Huh.
Man,
okay.
it's
a large chain.
Yeah. Good goddamn sandwich.
It's really good. Maybe they do have it in this small town. Maybe they have one on Windmill Lane in New York. Yeah. Probably.
Oh, I hope so.
I really hope so too. And if you guys don't have Jersey Mike's out there, someone should move out there and start a little franchise.
All it takes is $25K, I believe, at Jersey Michael's.
Old Longball will probably come in there.
Yeah, he will. After a nice sesh, dragging his balls behind him.
He will be there on Sundays around 2.
Yep.
Because he has stuff to do around 1:15, if you know what I mean.
Can somebody hold the door? I got to drag my balls in. What? Yeah, I got to drag my dumpster nuts in. Just get the door. I'll take an Italian, toasted with everything. That's what I'm seeing in my mind right now.
Sure.
Old Johnny Longballs. They get a name on this guy? Ernie Picks?
No.
It's National Horny Day. Today's his day to shine if he's going to blast out
Definitely. This was a perfect crime corner for this whatever.
This special occasion, this day.
For this crime corner, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I passed out. Sorry, I spaced.
Part of you seemed a little jealous. You weren't getting any long ball action at some point, you know, from a stranger.
I mean, you know, and people know that I've said that I've never, you know, nobody's roofied me ever.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had the guy, you know, jerking off in the car,
Right.
looking at me, making eye contact. So sad, but I'm okay with it.
It's your cross to bear in this life.
At this point,
yeah.
I know it's better to have not gotten any of those things.
Better to have loved.
Back in the day, though, I was a little bit
disappointed,
offended. Yeah,
sure. And that it makes total sense. Long balls, if you're out there, come on over to the States. You know, drag them nuts over here. You know, let's see those guys.
We're good.
I'm always curious to see a set of long balls. You know,
in a small
Jude
Law size penis.
Yeah, I want to see a set of long balls just dragging. I always wonder how they sit down. You know, when you got balls that long, how do you sit down on that as a dude? You got to wear tight
I think
boxers.
you'd like swing it forward and just kind of have it. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, that's not how that works, Jabes.
What do you mean?
You gotta sit down. You can't swing it.
You don't know, though,
dude.
how long they are.
I don't, but I'm guessing if it was enough to
I think they
make
would
that the
either
lead
go in
description.
front or behind. Do you know what I mean? In front or behind if you're sitting down. If they're long enough to go behind.
Tight boxers is where he's going with that.
And you can get a little lumbar support. Do you know what I'm saying?
For?
If you put them behind.
Oh, maybe he wears one of those belts, you know?
Just get a little lumbar.
Like one of those warehouse belts that you tie around.
It's a built-in lumbar pillow.
Sure.
Because if you just swing it behind you.
Yeah. No, you can't do that. So.
You don't know how long they are.
I don't, but I know you can't sit on them.
You're not sitting on them. The actual balls are going to be all the way to the back.
Not a thing, Jabes.
I'm just saying.
No, it is not like floaties for children at a pool. Like
you don't know. You have not seen this guy. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think
there's a lot of different types of people in bodies.
I think he tucks up
that
like
you
a
haven't
popple,
seen.
like a popple. He tucks it back up, you know, forward. Maybe tucks his penis inside of his sack and then just goes forward with that. So I don't know. I'm hoping to get a pic on National Horny Day, and hopefully he can blast me with one of those.
I was going to say happy 7th birthday or 8th birthday to Brooke's kid, but there's no way that she could show that to them.
All.
So because of what
of
you
your
were
disgustingness.
talking about.
It was your crime corner, James.
You.
Man, it was your crime corner. You're disgusting.
Well, I'm going to leave then.
You should.
Okay.
For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I am Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. We'll see you tomorrow at noon, kids. Noon on YouTube, and then we drop the audio right afterwards every afternoon. And we'll be with you 5 days a week until all of this shit ends, maybe forever. Who knows?
Don't Corona wash it.
Yeah, don't Corona wash this show. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you do it. Good afternoon, everyone.
Bye.